Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson, and today's review is gonna be on Andor Season 2. Okay, now, Andor Season 1 was a friggin' chef's kiss masterpiece. Even got nominated for an Emmy last year, which is great for Star Warsdom. Now here we are at Season 2, and I was really hoping that this was going to be better than Season 1, but that was a tough nut to crack right there. I mean, granted, I think that The Mandalorian is some of the best Star Wars television that we've had, but I really loved Season 1 because, it shows how the rebellion got started. And now we're here at Season 2, and it's continuing that story to finally lead up to the movie Rogue One that leads up to the original Star Wars. And I was really pumped for Season 2 because the reviews were coming out and that they were saying that this was the best show, that it surpassed the first season. So I was real excited to get to it. And when I did, was it as good as Season 1? Yes! It's actually better than Season 1. And I said it was a tough nut to crack. Bam! They cracked the nut. This season was incredible, guys. I mean, honestly, some of the best television I've ever seen. Character development was awesome. The story was impressive. And it really showed how bad the Empire really is. I mean, granted, when you have the first trilogy of movies, the Empire are the bad guys. They destroyed a planet. Of course, you see how bad they are. But the lead up to that, which was done in this show, was epic for me. I loved it. Knowing that you could just end this season, which is the last season of Andor. They're not going to do any more Andor seasons. So you can watch this season and at the very end of it go straight into Rogue One and then straight into Star Wars, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. And I thought that was so well done. This show is so well written, executed, directed, shot. The graphics are the most impressive graphics I've seen in a show in so long. It was like a breath of fresh air watching this. And it was very suspenseful. Like you didn't know what was coming around the corner with each episode. Now, granted, it is kind of a slow-paced show, but in a great way, because when they get to the action and they get to, they build up this suspense and tension that leads up to certain moments. And when you get to those moments, man, you feel the weight of what's going on. You have these people around the galaxy trying to stave off this, evil galactic empire, and knowing what's coming. And, it's a prequel. So, what's coming in Star Wars. But this really shows you why it's so imperative to fight against the Empire, because they are so evil and bad. And you really get the behind the scenes of the rebellion, and how they came together, and this intricate plot of, espionage and intrigue. And you just get it all with this show. And I loved how, you get the behind the scenes of the Empire. Yeah, they're bad, but why are they bad? And you can see really how they act and interact with each other. And you honestly get it. And I mean, I know that the Empire's bad. You know that the Empire's bad. But watching this show tells you why. And why the rebellion needs to be what it is. And what they're fighting for. And it was portrayed awesomely. I'm very impressed with this show. 2 thumbs up. It gets a Billy Jackson bam, a chef's kiss. I mean, everything was great about this show, especially Season 2. And if you haven't checked out Andor at all, and you're a Star Wars fan, I encourage you to check it out. And I've got to say, there's no force powers or lightsabers or Jedi. They're mentioned, and stuff like that in the show. But we did get a glimpse that tells us that Andor is strong with the Force. because he's on this planet and he's trying to, get off of it and trying to reach his destination. And in there, you see this lady that just senses his presence and comes up to him and talks about how she hasn't felt this in a long time, and they didn't mention the Force, but as a Star Wars fan what she's talking about. And she reveals that Andor is strong in the Force. And guys, I loved it. I could not believe that they did that. And I was so proud and happy that they did, because it's another reason why things work out for him. You can kind of see how he's so lucky. And it's not really luck, he's just strong with the Force. And it was just so well done, guys. I'm just beaming over here, because it's just great Star Wars. And granted, it is my favorite franchise, so, I do have a little bit of a biased opinion, but it's honestly awesome, guys. And if you haven't checked it out, I encourage you to do so, because this show is great. But anyway, guys, it's not all about what I think. What do you think? Have you seen Andor Season 2? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to like my videos and subscribe to my channel. And as always, make yourself happy every day. And the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Bam!